Ja!
Gereja.
Ja! Go! Ja! Quick!
Whoa.
Ja! 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 Go! Ja! Ja! Quick!
Pretzels!
Whoa.
Pretzels there! Fresh, crunchy bread roll! Maybe next time.
You're a bit picky, aren't you?
Schade. Auf Wiedersehen.
I'd like to do something about that price.
Ja, finally. Das war ein gutes Geschäft.
Good evening. What do you need?
You look troubled. Is there anything I can help you with?
You're very kind, but I need someone who knows their way around a smithy. I need to get a few horseshoes made and deliver them. They were supposed to be done yesterday.
Oh, great. It just so happens I'm a blacksmith, and I'd be glad to help you.
Really? Well, then you've been sent from heaven.
So, how many of those horseshoes do you need?
Well, if you manage to make horseshoes for 2 horses, I'd be forever grateful to you. I'll pay, of course. Take care now.
Did the humans attack Miscavige? Are they causing you problems?
Thank God, no. And I'd like it to stay that way.
And how'd you get along with them?
As best we can. And we can count our blessings that our village belongs to the Sedlitz Monastery. Sigismund thinks quite highly of the abbot, and explicitly prohibited his people from pillaging the monastery's property.
Do you have problems with robbers? I expect it's not completely safe on the roads, eh?
Unfortunately, you're right. But that wasn't the case not too long ago. Nobody would even dare fart around Kuttenberg without the nobility's permission. And today? It's no use talking about it.
If you have any problems with robbers, I'll be happy to help you.
Thanks so much for the offer. I'll keep it in mind. But first, I have to convince the abbot to offer some reward.
What do you know about the Devil's Den?
Why do you ask? Did something happen? Were you robbed there?
Does that tavern have a good reputation?
Its name speaks for itself. All kinds of scum from the area gather there. I even heard the good-for-nothing Hinnick of Kunstadt goes there. The one they call the Dry Devil.
Really?
Take it from me. If I were you, I'd keep well away from that den of inequity.
lima. Lebih bagus ya.
I'd like to discuss the
Well... Aye, you're... Thank you, and a good day to you, friend. What would you like?
Martha says she needs to have something forged.
Let me guess. Horseshoes for that rabble from the camp, eh? God damn it. I'd rather go broke than do anything for that lot.
So there's a military camp on the other side of the hill here. But that doesn't mean you'll lose your livelihood. You have a wife, a farm, and an apprentice on top of it. I'm sure you can use every groschen.
Well, there's some truth to that. But how would I look? A band of those Pragas beat up our boys in the tavern. Even Pascal got a pasting.
Then I'll forge them. At least you'll have a clear conscience.
Well, all right then.
What about the materials? If those horseshoes are needed in a hurry, I don't want to waste time scavenging for iron.
Indeed. Here you go. That should do for 2 sets. What can I do for you?
What's new around here, blacksmith?
That soldier who recently offered us work comes to mind. He was looking for a blacksmith and saying some pretty suspicious things. I don't want to get involved with any soldiers from Sigismund's camp, but if you really need money, try going to see him. Alas, that's all I know.
All right, thank you. I'll look into it. What's new?
Nothing much. If you're looking...
I need some... I'd like to do something...
Well... Aye. Great. I'm glad you found... How can I help you today?
Show me your... I'd like to discuss...
That? My. Pleasure doing business. Take... What do you hear?
Show me...
Take care then. Thanks for nothing.
Toledo Steel. Steel, iron, fastening material. Okay.
take a while yet. It's almost finished.
Kenapa nih si Mat? What is it, Mat? Apa sih Mat?
I'll just have to temper it.
Lapar ya?
Here are those horseshoes. 2 sets, just as we agreed.
Let's see them then. These will do just fine. Such a young, hard-working, talented fella you are. Too bad I'm not a few years younger.
You mentioned something about payment?
Here you go. You won't buy a castle for it, but good work calls for good pay. Now, someone just needs to bring the horseshoes to Victoria. Would you do that for me? This backache of mine.
Who's this Victoria?
A girl from the village. She's a bit different. But deep down, a good girl.
Different? What do you mean?
She's had a hard life. Her husband died of the plague a while back, and now she's all alone. She does odd jobs for the villagers here to make a living. Sometimes I send her up to the soldiers with our goods. Why would I drag myself up that hill when she's got young legs and likes going up there anyway?
Fine. Which house does she live in?
It's not far at all. Just cross the stream and you're there. See you later.
Blacksmithnya mana? I need to buy something.
Greetings.
Victoria, I bought you horseshoes from Martha. Victoria? You here?
Aduh, feeling nggak enak lah. Ada darah soalnya.
Christ, so much blood. What happened here? I have to tell Martha. What are those herbs? Just strewn about on the ground like that. I reckon I should ask someone. I brought Victoria those horseshoes, and I think something's happened to her.
What? What do you mean?
The house was empty, and in the hearth room next to the bed, I found a puddle of blood. It hadn't even dried yet.
Jesus Christ! What if she's been... No!
It might not be too late. Do you have any idea where she could be?
I don't know. Really? Oh, how horrible!
Did Victoria have problems with anyone from the village? Did anyone want to hurt her?
No, definitely not. Good God, she was... I mean, she is a good girl. Although...
Can you think of anyone?
Sometimes there's talk about how she lives alone and how she makes her living.
Why would anyone be bothered about how Victoria makes her living? As long as she's not stealing, she can do whatever she wants, right?
Well, not everyone was happy that she brings our goods up to the camp. Once someone even drew something very ugly on our door because of it. But what's that poor girl supposed to do without a man? There's a war, and we all need to make a living somehow.
Who did she go and see at the camp? Who might know more about her?
Mainly their blacksmith. She brings goods up there every 2 or 3 days. He's certain to remember her. So tell them at the gate that you're bringing something from the smithy. They'll let you in.
Who's bothered by her living alone? Whose business is that?
Things are a little different, you see. She lost her husband some time ago. A young widow, actually. A pretty young widow. Naturally, a few fellas were fawning over her. There was one in particular, but he got the boot, just like all the others. But he'd never hurt her. He might be a loudmouth, but he's harmless.
Who's this mystery man, then?
I won't say. If word got out that I accused someone, we might as well just close up shop here.
I'm not about to go blabbing about it in the tavern. I just need to know where to start looking for Victoria.
Fine. But you didn't hear this from me. Farmer Kuba was pretty keen on her. And he wasn't going to give up easy. Last time, he tried to flatter her by giving her a headscarf. But Victoria knew it had belonged to his dead wife. So she told him to sod off. The whole village was laughing at him. He's a bitter old man. But would he hurt her? I don't think so.
Huh? Jealousy's a powerful thing, though.
Well, that's true, too. So go and ask him yourself. He lives with his children and his housekeeper in that big house behind the smithy. He's always wearing a bright red coat and a hat with a feather in it. You're certain not to miss him, but not a peep about what I told you.
Don't worry. I'll take that secret to the grave. I found these herbs. They were on the ground, next to the bloodstains.
At first glance, they don't look anything special, but I'm no herb expert. Try and ask some herbalist.
Good idea. I'll do that. Is there anything else you can think of before I go?
I've already told you everything I know. Now hurry up!
Blessing.
Pagi apa malam ya?
What are you doing here? I apologize.
You
Could this be
blackguard.
Janos
They should have
Schuher?
sent straight for the hangman.
Hey, what do you gape at? Fish face?
Dry Devil sent me. He's looking for you.
Tell him Janos busy.
Oh. All right, then.
Dorothy, I just pulling pistol. Get me out of here, brother. My neck on line, hey?
What's happened?
I was hungry. I want bite to eat. You understand, eh?
So you stole something?
You accuse Janos of thieving? Look at this honest face. Am I right? I just look around for something. What happens? This cock-up come back. Everybody can shit himself. You too, no?
Who came back?
What I know? Some cunt. He's so crazy, he go for me. That's some crazy shit, no? What can I do, eh? I wag him a little bit. And now Bailey waiting to see if he die, and then I go swing.
How can I get you out of here?
Wait until Bailey's henchmen fuck off, then pick lock.
And what about the key? Do you know where it might be?
Bailiff should have it, or one of guards. But what? You going to rob a bailiff, eh? You want to join Janos here? Better just pick lock, quick. That fucking yokel die any moment to spite me.
Supposing I had a word with the bailiff.
You soft in head, eh? Where they will find you? You remain bailiff, he come hang me right away.
I need to speak to him anyway.
What do you expect from that? If that yokel don't get better, bailiff never let me go.
Maybe he'll let me try and treat that villager.
Yeah? You some kind of sawbones or what? Eh?
Sort of.
Good for you. Just don't fuck up, eh?
Do you know where Ada is? I heard you two always stood side by side.
That bastard. He come here to me, but when they catch me, he fuck off. I expect he biting some wench's arse in nearest village.
Tell me... I'll try to get you...
Do it quick, Preboha. Before that spiteful cockle die, hey?
What's going on around here?
It's a pity you weren't here earlier. There was a fight.
Some drunks had a fight.
No, that's just the point. A bunch of brutes laid into a lad. I think they were after him. If I hadn't called the bailiff, he could have ended up a lot worse.
And you don't know why they beat him up?
You'll have to ask him yourself. He wouldn't tell me anything. He acted like nothing had happened.
And you really don't know why they wanted to beat him up?
I told you.
And who was the lad?
A hired hand from Visoka, a village up the hill. I think his name is Pavel.
And what was the lad's name? Pavel?
Yes, Pavel.
Thanks.
There are also bands of vagrants wandering around here, so something will definitely happen sooner or later.
Right here?
Not yet, but people are already afraid to stick their noses out at night, especially after that fight with those blokes from Prague.
What happened?
They were acting like they owned the place, drinking and eating like pigs. Our lads told them politely to take a walk, and they did too, but not before beating our lads up like dogs. And what did the bailiff do? Not a thing. He's an old yellow belly. So now the lads are practicing fighting with their bare hands, so it won't happen again. All in secret, of course. And that's about it.
Sounds interesting. Thank you, innkeeper. The bailiff doesn't know anything about the fights.
He suspects something. That's why he often sits in here and listens to all that's going on.
Could I take part in these fights too?
But of course. My son runs them. He's the strongest one here and he loves to brag about it. I can't listen to it anymore. If you beat that lout, I'll give you something on the tavern's tab. What do you say?
Why not try it? I'm in. We can start right away.
They meet in the pen behind the inn, so they won't be seen. Tell them I sent you, but don't let the bailiff catch you. He'd give you a hard time, and me too.
I know about your son already, but tell me about the others.
They're hired hands, just like him. Venza is the son of a farmer, and Pascal is from the blacksmiths.
I'm certain I'll get on with Pascal. We're in the same trade.
You're a blacksmith too? Well, that'll be a right hammering then.
Thanks. That'll be all. What's going on?
I haven't, and you won't.
Can I spend the night? Just the one night's enough. All I need is to spend the night.
I'll let you sleep on the hay for a couple of groschen.
Agreed. I'll pay. Here's some groschen for you.
Thanks. Feel free to stretch out on the hay, but I don't want to see you in the house.
Word around the village is that something terrible has happened to you.
Quite right. A burglar came in last night and tried to rob our house. One of the helpers woke up and went to see what was going on. And when he found the scoundrel there, he attacked him. But that bastard had an axe, while Loisa was empty-handed.
How is he now?
He's in bad shape. We don't have a sawbones here, and Loisa might not survive long enough for one to come. Martha just bandaged him up and let him sleep. That's all we can do.
What's new around here?
Nothing much. If you're looking for... Take care, and have a pleasant evening.
Lord be with you.
What do you have?
Maybe next time then.
Greetings to you as well. Excuse me.
How can I help?
What's going on?
I'll have, and you won't.
Show me your...
Maybe next. Time then.
Good evening. What do you need, lad?
You're Cuba, the farmer, right?
Aye, I am. What do you want?
I'm looking for Victoria, and I thought you might know where to find her.
Why should I, of all people, know?
I hear you were quite fond of her.
Who told you that, eh?
But she sent you packing. In front of half the village.
Birds have been twittering, have they? Her husband wasn't the only one taken by the Black Death. I lost my wife, too. So I thought to myself, enough time has passed, and two can live better than one. I tried. She wasn't interested. End of story. I've no idea what she's up to now, and I don't care.
Bukan dia berarti pelakunya.
Does she have friends here? Who does she talk with in the village?
Mainly with Martha, the blacksmith's wife. But all she did was use Victoria to do her dirty work.
Well, I've spoken to Martha, and it seems she's genuinely worried about Victoria.
Worried about her? Why?
Victoria's missing. And there's a puddle of blood at her house.
I reckon someone was jealous of them soldiers she hangs around with. What's that got to do with me?
You can't be serious. She could be injured somewhere, or even worse. And you're glad?
What goes around comes around. I have a clean conscience. To hell with that silly goose.
Why don't you just admit the girl was a real thorn in your side? And that you were jealous as hell? An old dog wanted some young meat, but ended up with a nibble, eh?
Listen, you prick. What the fuck are you trying on me? Who the hell do you think you are? You'd better take that back while you still have teeth.
I must have made a mistake.
I'll say you have.
It's about time I left.
Oh, you mutt.
Look what I have for you.
Here, mutt.
Greetings, my...
What's going
I haven't... And you won't... Take care, friend.
What's that I hear? Huh? Who's that?
Let's fight Venja.
I heard about the local fight club. You're one of the members, aren't you?
If you have to ask. But if you don't plan on taking part, don't even ask. We don't need any gawkers.
The innkeeper sent me. He said I could fight too. I'm Henry.
Aha! Well, that's another story. I'm Venza. I'll fight with you first.
Should we go and bash each other's teeth in?
Why wouldn't we? How about a little wager to spice things up, eh?
That sounds good. Here you are.
Now that's more interesting. So, on guard! Well, you surprised me.
It was a good fight. Thanks for it.
You gave me a proper thrashing. But Pascal will straighten you out. You deserve this, though. All right?
You know it. Thanks.
I've got more than enough time.
I hear there's a wounded man in your house. How's he doing?
Loiser is barely breathing. Everybody says he won't live to see the morning.
Let's hope it won't come to that. Can I see him?
Aye. But be careful. He doesn't talk. I think he's in a lot of pain. I don't want him to suffer anymore.
I'll try to help him if I can.
If it's at all possible. That thieving bastard should burn in hell.
What brought you to fighting?
Well, I don't rightly know. It seems drinking or whoring around to me.
Why do I get the feeling your heart's not really into these fights?
It's true. Marcus says we're doing this so we defend ourselves, in case someone came around causing problems. But it seems to me he's doing it more for fun and money from the bets.
Oh, so girls and drinking aren't your thing?
Not really. I'm happier at the forge.
The bailiff doesn't like the fighting much. Why don't you just stop fighting?
I'd stop going right away. But Marcus always drags us into it. And if someone doesn't feel like it, he tells everyone what a chicken he is.
Oh, you're just asking for trouble.
Do you think so? Try to tell Marcus that. It's all his idea anyway.
Should we fight?
That's why you're here, isn't it? Now we just need to bet.
Here it is.
Thanks.
Victory awaits!
Watch and learn.
Christ! Shit! Wanker!
God damn it.
You can't stand up to this.
Damn it. Jago banget ya.
Oh, come on. What does the innkeeper say about these fights of yours?
Not much. Why do you ask?
He's afraid you'll get into trouble. You beat the wrong bloke just once, and that's it.
What do you know about it?
I once fought with a nobleman.
No bloody way. And how did you enjoy the pillory? Did they give you a proper whipping?
I swear, it's true. And the punishment I got was far worse. I'm still acting as a squire for that whelp.
At least you have a story to tell in the tavern. Not everyone can boast that.
Should we fight?
No need to ask. And how about...
I agree.
I'll take... Keep flopping around. It's not going to help you. Come and get it. Come and get it. Keep flopping around. It's not going to help you.
Oh my god.
Come and get. Ah! Fucking hell! Keep flopping around. It's not going to help you. Oh! Fucking hell! Come and get it. Good fight. Where'd you learn that?
I learned from experience. It hurts, sometimes a lot. But it keeps you on your toes at least.
Aye, I get you. I concede. Here you go. And don't forget to go and see Father. He always has some kind of reward for the best fighter.
Greetings to you.
How can I help you today, friend?
I defeated your fighters.
I heard. Your reward is well deserved. Oh, and by the way, the hired hands in Horshan also enjoy similar pastimes. And I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard there's some dive in Kuttenberg where people batter each other, just for coin. Disgraceful.
I agree. Maybe I'll see it with my own two eyes someday.
Was wünschst du mal?
I apologize.
Iron fastening material.
Good morning, lad.
What do you have for... I'd like to discuss...
Aye. I hope you'll be satisfied, my friend. You're up early.
Show me...
Take care, then. Thanks for nothing.
Well, I've got half finished.
You have a kind master, eh, Mutt?
That's that.
Looky here. I reckon I'll take that. It's mine now.
All done.
What do you...
Word about the...
Aye. Thank you, and a good day to you, friend.
Quick! Go!
Are you looking for something? Wouldn't it be best if... Greetings. What do you want?
I found these herbs, but I don't know what they're used for.
Show them to me. I'll have a look. Listen, boy. Where did you get these herbs?
Why? Are they poisonous?
These aren't just any old herbs.
What do you mean?
Well, they can be used against God's will. A decoction of these herbs can ease giving birth. But if a woman carrying a child not long conceived was to drink it, these herbs would expel the fetus.
So Victoria is expecting.
Whatever her name is, she doesn't know what she's playing with. Even if she does get rid of the child, it might kill her. I witnessed a girl bleed to death from that.
Oh, Sakra. I need to find her as soon as possible.
You certainly do. Take care then.
Why do you live so far away from the village?
I lived here with my husband. May he rest in peace. Peter worked in the forest. We moved around a lot. And when he died, I stayed here. Folks from Miskovitz know me and come to see me. I've got everything I need here.
You said your husband worked in the forest?
Aye. I suppose it doesn't matter now if I tell you. Peter was a poacher. And that's what cost him his life in the end. He was caught and hanged on Dead Man's Hill outside Kuttenberg.
What do the locals need your help with?
I know about herbs and decoctions. I'm not a priest, but I can take care of the sick and the wounded. And there's no shortage of them these days. The soldiers who came here take whatever they want. And it's the common folk who suffer most.
Wouldn't you rather live in the village?
I'd rather be alone, where I lived with Peter, than somewhere else. But just as alone. Take care, my friend. Wouldn't it...
Go! Yeah!
Greetings to you.
I heard something terrible happened. Someone is wounded.
That's right. A poor Loiser probably won't make it.
What happened to him?
He was defending our house from a burglar and got slashed with an axe. It's a miracle that bastard didn't cut him in half.
Can I see him?
Yes, go ahead. But I don't think you can help him.
I asked the herbalist about those herbs in Victoria's house. And I didn't like what I found out.
What? What did you find out?
She's probably pregnant. And those herbs, well, they're used to make a decoction when the child isn't wanted.
Do you mean to say... Mary, Mother of God, the poor girl. You must find her. I hope it's not too late. See you later, my friend.
I apologize.
Master Bailiff, what's gonna happen with that fella in the stocks?
I swear to God, if Loiza, the poor lad he almost killed, doesn't make it, I'll have that bastard hanged. A death for a death.
Loiza? He's the local who was wounded.
Wounded? That brute nearly sent him to eternity.
How about I treat this Loiza boy? Would you let Janos go free?
What do you care about him? Is he some pal of yours?
Oh God, no. But I need him.
All right. If you heal Loiza and pay for that scoundrel, I'll let him go. But don't let him show his face around here again.
What exactly did Janos do to Loiza?
He slashed him with an axe, the murderer. Right in the stomach. He's got a deep, gaping wound there. Like a gate to hell. We don't have an apothecary or a sawbones here. The herbalist says he only has 2 more days left.
I'll go to see Loiza.
As you wish, but be careful. He's in a really bad shape.
Poor fella. He's barely breathing. That wound looked quite scary.
Damn.
But it's not so bad, really. It's deep, but it's clean, and it's not bleeding much. Maybe some potion will help him. If it was just a gash, he'd still breathe normally. That's all I can find out now. Janos broke his ribs with that strike. That's why it's so hard for him to breathe. First I have to treat the wound, and then I have to get something to help him breathe a little easier. Buck's blood potion, perhaps?
Buck's blood potion. Oh no, I don't have Buck blood potion.
Here, mutt! Go! God! Quick! Quick! Whoa!
What's that I hear?
I want to talk to you.
What's this dog doing here? Wouldn't it be best if you left? Something might go missing, and then there'll be trouble. What? Wouldn't it be best if you left?
Karena anjing ya. Mat.
Stay.
Quiet! Go away! It seems you're reasonable after all. And I was starting to...
Come here. Ja! 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 Ka! Ka! Go! Quick! Ka! Go! Victory or death!
Show your stuff!
There's no escape! Do it!
Go fuck yourself!
For glory and carnage, die!
I've been waiting for you! Useless! Show what you're made of!
God damn it, fan mati. Mati gak dia. Oh damn it, Matthew. You stupid bastard.
Quick! 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 Gah!
Oh my god. What is this?
Whoa! Where do you think you're going?
Into the camp, of course.
Oh, aye. They can't wait to see you. Look here. No strangers are allowed in, so turn around and sod off back to the pile of dung you crawled out of.
The Miskovitz blacksmith sent me with some horseshoes. He said they'd come in handy in the camp.
All right, you can go in, but no messing about. Here you go. Take it.
What? You're covered in blood, my friend.
Would you help me out? I'm looking for someone.
That depends. Who are you looking for?
Victoria, a girl from Miskovitz. They send her up here with goods from the smithy.
You'll have to ask the blacksmith. The smithy is opposite the entrance in the upper part of the camp. You don't see it, you'll hear it at least. You can't miss the banging of the hammer.
Thanks a lot. I'll ask him.
Farewell.
You there, lad! Aren't you here for the requisitioning?
What about it?
I need to requisition supplies for the camp from the locals. Grub for us, fodder for the horses.
Where do you want to get the supplies?
We haven't been to Bohunjovitz in a while. I reckon they can't wait to see us.
Who's coming along?
Me, then they usually send some humans along because people are afraid of them.
That's not much.
And that's why you're coming with me. But don't worry, I already sent a couple of blokes ahead to get everything ready. I reckon they can handle a few peasants.
Won't the people resist?
They will, but fuck all good it'll do them. We'll chase them out of their houses, bring in the cart, and take wherever we can.
What if something goes wrong?
That'll only happen if we take our eyes off them. Then there might be bloodshed, but usually not ours.
I don't need to hear any more. Hold on a moment. We'll head out as soon as I get back.
What kind of fucking soldier are you? If I wasn't, you have 3 days. You don't want a hungry army on your hands. The men turning, and all because of a mutt.
Don't worry. I believe in God.
Masa kita bantu musuh sih?
Holy Spirit, and born of the Virgin Mary. He suffered under Pontius Pilate, was crucified, died, and was buried. He descended into hell. On the third day, he rose again. He ascended into heaven, and is seated at the right hand of God the Father Almighty. He will come again to judge the living and the dead. I believe in the Holy Spirit, the Holy Catholic Church, the communion of saints, the forgiveness of sins, the resurrection of the body, and life everlasting. Amen.
My God. Why are you all covered in blood? What do you want?
What's a priest doing in a military camp?
Whatever he can, my son. Whatever he can.
Do you serve Mass like other priests?
I serve Mass and give blessings just like my brothers in churches and parishes. I can also officiate at marriages and administer last rites. I reckon you can guess which is more common here.
Do you care for the wounded? Priests and monks do that sometimes, don't they?
Nothing like that. We have blacksmiths and bathmaids for that here. And if something happens to the nobles, we have good surgeons. And then there's that learned foreigner. Bah!
Who's the foreigner?
His name is Musa, and he says he comes ex-Africa. You can't miss him. He's as different from us as a man can be.
Does something seem strange about him to you?
That foreigner may understand medicine, but he worships a foreign god. He prays to him on the ground several times a day. He doesn't drink ale, only rarely eats meat, yet he can't keep his eyes off our women.
Do you take part in the fighting?
Vivere militare est.
Muslim.
But no, I'm a chaplain, not a warrior. But no matter if you're a beggar or a lord, there's no way to escape the horrors. And in a place like this, it's easy for people to forget about God, or at least start to doubt.
Do you serve King Sigismund directly?
I serve our Lord, but the king sometimes calls on me for confession.
What could the king possibly have to confess?
You don't actually expect me to tell you that, do you? That's between me, the king, et Domine Noster. God be with you.
Good day. Did you get in a fight or what? There's blood all over you.
I heard you have some work for a blacksmith.
That I do. But you'd have to manage more than pounding iron with a hammer. How important is it for you when working to not get dirty?
That doesn't sound exactly honourable to me.
Yeah, it is handsomely paid. Let's cut to the chase then. I need you to bring me something, so that the owner of that thing does not notice you have borrowed it. Interested?
First, I want to know exactly what you want me to do.
As I said, I need you to bring me...
Yeah, I understand that. But what do I have to get, and from where?
Basan, one of the cumin dogs around here, has recently acquired a very lovely sword. It's called the Absolver. He got it as ransom for some knight he took captive during the conquest of Kuttenberg. You yourself must admit that such a weapon has no business being in the filthy paws of those pagans, when they don't even know how to use it. Now if I had a sword like that...
So what do you need a blacksmith for?
You know, I'd hate for Basan to notice his sword is gone. Can you imagine what that cumin vermin would do to me? But if you could get a good look at it, you could bring it to me and leave Basan with a replica.
A replica?
Of course. Made of some soft iron, with coloured glass instead of gemstones. Just for looks. Basan won't notice the difference anyway. What do you say?
Fine. I'm in. Where can I find this Basan?
Here in the camp, naturally. You'll go to the tournament enclosure, and on the left behind it, you'll find his tent. It's white with green trim along the top.
That sounds fairly easy.
That may be, but you don't need to dawdle. Run along, and watch out for Basan. Farewell.
How is it possible it is always raining? There cannot even be so much water in all the world.
So it's raining a bit. That must happen where you come from too, right?
Rarely.
Oh, the pain.
But a lot of other things happen there.
Christ almighty. Are you alright, sir?
Here we go again.
It's just that you look...
Muscular, wise, wealthy.
No, that's not what I meant.
I know what you meant. I have had this conversation at least 100 times. Have you never heard of Prester John or the Christian kingdom of Axum?
Yes. Our parish priest talked about that.
Tell me then, how the people in those stories are described. Not exactly like you. Am I right?
But I thought that was just...
So you see, it is not. Musa of Mali is my name. Scholar, explorer, and physician. I run the camp infirmary.
My name is Henry, sir.
Welcome then, Henry. Do you need anything?
You said you're an explorer.
I did indeed. From Timbuktu, I went to Holy Mecca. From the Emirate of Granada to Venice. And from there, to the court of Sultan Bayezid of the Osmans. Until I ended up at the court of King Sigismund.
Where is this Mali? And what's it like?
Similar to your country, yet completely different. You mine silver, we gold. But in our country, it would never happen that we allow foreigners into our mines. Overall, it is safer in our country. Nobody will waylay you on your journey. And we treat women with greater respect and set great store by learning.
Well, it's not all that bad here, though, is it?
I admit that there are some things I envy you for. Like what you can do with stone.
And how do you like Bohemia?
Do you want to hear the truth? Or should I praise it to high heaven?
The truth. You don't need to spare my feelings.
Then, all I can say is that this muddy hill is about the only thing I have seen of your country. And that has not made much of an impression on me. But there is still time. Perhaps I will have the good fortune to see more beautiful sights.
What is Mecca like? I've heard people from all over the world go there.
Mainly followers of the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad. Praise be his name. But the journey is dangerous. I was robbed and arrived in the city as a pauper. Fortunately, I was helped by a couple of my compatriots. But even so, I did not spend long there. Let us say that I was foolish then, and foreign customs took me by surprise. I went to Cairo, where I learned geography and law. so that I would be better prepared the next time. But I never went back to Mecca.
Why not?
I would rather not talk about this, my friend. All I can say is that there are a few rich men and their beautiful wives who I do not want to meet again.
You were in Granada? Where is that?
Go west from here until you reach the sea, then south to a place called Peninsula Iberica. But I would not go there if I were you. The magnificent Alhambra Palace is forbidden to Christians like you. It is a pity in any case. Such a beautiful and rich country, yet bathed in so much blood.
Blood?
Yes. Sultan Muhammad must constantly repel attacks from the north. That is why I started studying physics, in fact. I wanted to make an impression on the Sultan because swords and cannons are not for me. Let others cut off heads. I can sew them back on again.
Where is Venice, in fact?
You do not know, my friend? Educate yourself a little. It is not far from here, on the other side of the Alps. Remember that learning is like a garden. If you do not tend it, it cannot bear fruit. Venice is an incredible city that floats on the sea, like a huge stone ship. People from all over the world go there to trade. I help them as a translator, especially for Christian envoys from Ethiopia on a pilgrimage to Rome. If only you could have seen their glorious arrival in the city. Their procession stretched from the port to the city center, and they had live leopards as a gift for the king of Venice. But I did not stay long. I, who was accustomed to the Sultan's court, being asked to live among sailors? Out of the question.
How did you come to be with the Osmans?
By complete chance. In Venice, I joined an expedition that was heading to India, but we were attacked by pirates. Fortunately, I was saved by Sultan Bayezid's warship, though it did not seem like good fortune at the time. You must understand that there are not many of my countrymen among the Osmans. The last time was probably in the days of Mansa Musa, but the Sultan soon found out that I had lived among Europeans, and I could talk to all the envoys who came to him. So I became useful.
So why didn't you stay there?
Because we were about to be overwhelmed by the Golden Horde, led by the butcher named Timur. I had quite enough of war in Granada. So when envoys from Hungary came to the Sultan, I managed to persuade them to take me away with them.
What's Sigismund's court like?
I would also like to know that, my friend. But I am stuck here. One would think that the king would value physicians and sages who have traveled the world. But no. He did not even make me his personal physician. He prefers to trust your quacks and sent me here.
It's reckless to speak about Sigismund like that.
I do not think so, my friend, since it is unlikely you will ever get a chance to complain to him.
Why did you leave your country of birth?
That is a very personal question. And we are not that well acquainted yet. Forgive me, but I would rather not talk about it. Not now, at least.
I'm new to the camp. Could you show me around? If you don't have too much work, that is.
Well, I suppose it will be all right, if I am not here for a while. At least I can practice your language. You use some strange phrases, you know? But that does not matter now. Let us go. So, as you have no doubt realized, this is my infirmary. One part for operating on the wounded, another for the sick, my alchemist bench, tub of water. Nothing out of the ordinary. Come on, let us walk outside. I am sorry that I cannot show you more, but I am sure you understand that there is not much to see. One is almost ashamed to call it an infirmary. Do you not think?
That's true. I thought King Sigismund would take better care of his wounded men.
Unfortunately for them, my friend, I
doggy.
suppose he has bigger
Excuse me.
problems than keeping his army healthy and fighting fit.
It's lucky he sent an expert like you here, though.
Was that praise or an insult? I cannot tell. I do not think it fortunate in any case. Someone with my knowledge, and all I do is treat diarrhea and broken bones.
Oh, of course. What else should a sawbones do?
My friend, the human body contains so much beauty and so many secrets that we could explore. So why do we spend so much time on the quality of defecation? Think about it. Though it is true that you do not seem to be any great sage, I suppose you do not know what a real infirmary should look like. But do not worry. There are more cheerful places in the camp. I am sure something will take your fancy. This part of the camp is mainly for humans. So if you are looking for one, he will be either here or near the bathhouse. We will take a look there too. Do not worry. Over there is the pen where they used to have tournaments, until the captains banned them. But that is a long story. Speaking of the captains here, do you know who's in charge overall?
I've no idea.
You should put that right.
Excuse me.
What if you come across one of the commanders and bump into him by mistake? He might have your back flayed by a cane. I would not like to have to stitch you back together. The camp as a whole is run by Sir Grozab or Berlanjut. That is a village somewhere in Transylvania, as far as I know. He is an interesting man, I'm sure. But he has a lot of trouble with the camp.
Careful.
He tends to be, as you say, grumpy. Then there are the humans who are commanded in battle by Cheritan. You will not meet him very often. He often has meetings with the king himself in Sedlets. He is not a very cheerful man, but he seems a fair-minded commander to me. And he is an outstanding archer, it seems. How about you and archery, my friend?
Longbows and crossbows don't interest me much, to tell the truth. I prefer fighting up close.
I admire you then. I would not dare to do that. All that blood.
But you don't like blood. But you're a physician.
That is why. The more blood is spilt, the more work. Well, there is enough of that. What were we talking about?
You were telling me about the commanders here.
Ah, yes. The camp captains. As I said, Sir Grozab commands the camp. Cheritan commands in battle. And the third one joined us a few weeks ago. Dietrich Katz, with his Prague artillery regiment. It is a pity you will not be staying for longer. Dietrich is good to talk to, if he is not drinking too much. And over there is our bathhouse. It is not a sight for sore eyes, my friend. And the women, of course. Not this filthy place. Ah, a man should keep reminding himself that zina, what you call fornication, is a shameful deed, opening the road to other evils. By the way, what about you and women, my friend?
Well, it's not that I don't like women, but I suppose I haven't met the right one yet.
Then you have not looked hard enough. You have so many beautiful and clever girls here in Bohemia. You should find a good woman as soon as possible, and then marry her, and to do her what you see in her eyes. Our Lord Allah, Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, creates us in pairs and grants us love in our hearts, so that we may love another.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. I sometimes think I ought to settle down.
Do it. It is definitely a nicer life than in such a camp as this. Imagine a roof over your head instead of a leaking tent, food cooked with love instead of a gruel cooked on a campfire, and at night. So, in this part of the camp, you see the tents of various mercenaries from Germany, Poland, Hungary. In short, everyone who came to fill their pockets. You can have items repaired by the smith, and if you're hungry, the kitchen is over there. The food will please you more than me, I think. Treating meat in that way. I simply cannot eat it. Do you know where the food is truly great? In Granada. So much fruit, sweet pastries, fish. In one banquet, the cooks use more spices than the entire country in a year.
You've been to Granada?
In the court of Sultan Muhammad VII himself. That is where I became a physician. That was when Granada was attacked by Martin Yanez de la Barbuda. And I did not want to die in some battle. So I found a safer way to be useful. You know, I have done a lot of traveling, my friend. From Timbuktu to Mecca. And from Granada to Venice. And now, here. But nowhere has the food been worse than here.
I'd like to try some foreign delicacy.
That will be difficult. The local inns serve nothing but porridge and old bread. But maybe you will see the world one day and find out that there are more flavors than just salt and honey. But your country is beautiful, all the same. And up here is where Katz's company of Pargay artillerymen are billeted, to the great displeasure of everyone else in the camp, I must say. You can see why. It is the best spot, right next to the captain's. And when it rains, all the filth runs downhill to the Cumans and mercenaries areas. Here is the pillory. May Allah, the compassionate, ensure you never end up with it. And if you go around the hill, you will come to the camp shooting range. I recommend visiting it. The Cumans must be born with a bow in their hands. But I will not escort you that far, my friend. I do not like to leave the infirmary unattended.
That's
long.
more like it,
Alaka
that
Anben.
mangy mutt.
Weather.
Now, it's nothing too bad.
Sit. Stay. I'd like to discuss the price.
Very well. Aye. Thank you. What would you like?
I'd like to...
What's it to be? Or, of course.
Well,
Fine.
hang on. Yeah.
Wait a... Take up your positions. And we're off. That's how it's done.
What I fuck with Bazan. I'm searching for him.
Bang in the middle. I'm shooting like Apollo himself today.
Stephen Crow. Nggak boleh miss nih. Kejar nanti Mas Stephen.
Another 5 points.
Oh no. Oh,
I'm shooting like Apollo himself today. That's how it's done.
okay. I win, Stephen Crow.
Another 5 points.
Not too shabby.
Thank you. You're a Cuman, aren't you? Where did you learn our language so well?
I used to accompany merchants who rode from here up north to Germany. I earned some good money and picked up a lot of it along the way.
And why'd you stop?
Those merchants sold what they came by, well, dishonestly. And they got found out eventually, but I got lucky in the end. I'm good with a bow, so they gave me a choice. The gallows or the army. It wasn't a hard choice.
Mau kita cepuin nggak ya?
Hey!
Any idea what
You're not allowed here.
Okay, I'm sorry. Armor smith.
What will it be? Show me your...
Shieldnya beda nih. 110. Oke. Oh, anjir, mahal-mahal banget coy. Oh, Tridosil. Nice.
Worried about the price? Huh. Very well.
Finally. I hope you'll be satisfied, my friend. What can I do? Excuse me.
Boleh bawa kuda nggak ya? Gak jauh-jauh, cok.
My God, that looks like a bloody mistake.
Whoa, whoa.
How can I help you? I'll have a look.
Let's talk about the prop.
Well, aye. Pleasure doing business. Take care.
Upgrade.
Ayo.
Oh, lama kali panasnya coy.
It's burning. Herrgott, that's not good.
Sorry.
This is almost done. Damn, it's burning. That's it.
Upgrade pedang. Kamu punya sharpening tool nggak? Nggak ada ya? Ya ada.
All right, done.
What do you need? I'll have a look.
I'd like to discuss... Well...
You see? Thank you. And a good day to you, friend.
Nice. Ooh. Nice one.
Be careful! We don't have to bring the surgeon!
Praise God. What would you like?
Show me your wares.
Take care then, and thank... It's for nothing.
Show me your... Worried about the price?
Well,
how's this?
that. Finally. Pleasure doing business. Take care.
Show me your way.
I hope you'll be satisfied, my friend.
Good hit! Greetings, my friend.
I saw the arena and the stands and thought to myself, this looks like a tournament, eh?
You're too late, lad. There used to be competitions here almost every day. Bets flying left and right. But that's been over for quite some time. All you can do now is a bit of archery. They haven't banned that yet.
Why'd they ban it?
Captain von Howlitz and Lord von Berghoff heard blokes were killing each other here.
You fought with sharp weapons?
Of course not. That was forbidden. But the Cumans fucked it all up. Fucking vermin.
So what happened then?
One of our companies went against the Cumans. It was a fight like any other. But those fuckers had a score to settle with us and brought sharp weapons. Our fellas came away from there in bad shape. Most of them never recovered. And then Command banned the fights.
That seems reasonable to me, isn't it?
Aye, probably. Cumans, Germ, but without the now they're...
So there won't be any fighting?
Farewell.
Good hit!
Don't back down! A hard bloody hit!
You won't get me.
Aku mau ngintet tentang gimana. Aku lapar aja. Basan.
I must tell you something. It's about your sword.
It's sharp. Heads fly. What more? Give it there. Who are you?
My name is Henry, and I'm talking about the sword you have hidden in the tent. I hear it's called the Absolver. Let's just say that if you don't watch out, you could lose it.
Is that a threat? Ball hit, of course.
No, just a friendly warning.
Mio poco foikit. Say right so. What is going on?
In Bohemia, we have a saying. Not even chicken is for free.
Nice.
Oh, awesome. All right, we figure it out. But no talk.
A certain Thomas of Colleen wanted me to steal that sword from you.
Shekfei, the strange one who watch? I knew he planned something. Oh, I'll do that.
I was supposed to leave a replica in your tent so you wouldn't notice.
Randben, what you want for it?
It occurred to me that we could make a deal. You show me your sword, I'll make a replica, and bring it to Thomas and tell him it's the original.
And we split money. As not seru.
Fine. A quarter then. That should be enough, eh?
You'll hungzik. You do more, so get more. I accept. Good. With me come. I show sword. It is here. The Absolver. Look good. You can make same, yes?
Well, it won't be easy, but I can do it.
Then go do. I want see Thomas smile with replica. Tokarod.
Frankfurt Steel. Kamu jual nggak?
Show me.
Frankfurt Steel. nggak ada ya.
Pleasure doing business. Take care.
What's gotten into that dog? Me? You shouldn't be bothering us here.
Greetings, sir. Who are you?
You do not know who I am? Have you just crawled out from under a dung heap? Grossav of Boramraka. What do you want from me?
Nothing. I just wanted to talk to you.
You and half the camp. I don't have time for you, peasant. I'm in charge of the whole place here. Got that?
Sorry, I didn't mean to waste your time.
Then do not waste my time.
Looks like a late one again today.
Mana Thomas ini?
Does the name Victoria mean anything to you?
No. Should it?
She's a girl from Miskovitz. I heard she comes up here to sell things.
Ah, I know who you mean. Aye. There's a girl who shows up here every now and again. I'm no good with names, but Victoria sounds familiar.
Who did she know best around here?
She got along with the merchants, but I'd say she fancied Black the most.
Who?
A soldier from the provisioning unit. I'd say her business dealings were more of an excuse to meet with him.
Where can I find this soldier Black?
He's lying in the infirmary. He's got gut ache, and you can hear him howling halfway across the camp.
Thanks. I'll go and look for him. I'll have a look at the wares. Let's talk about the price.
Well, I suppose we... Thank you, and take care.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
There's food in the kitchen. It'll satisfy your hunger, but not your taste.
Riches. I wanted to get rich, but instead, all
Never mind then.
You're right about that.
A tankard of ale, thanks.
Kalian kasih Thomas si replikanya, yang asli balikin.
I brought you that sword, just as you wanted.
And what about Basan? Did you leave a replica in its place?
Of course. Everything is taken care of.
Fantastic. Hurry up, give me that sword.
Here you go.
The Absolver. It's finally mine. Isn't it beautiful?
Very. But now, about my reward.
What? Ah, you are right. Well, here is your reward, just as we agreed.
Thank you very much. And if you ever have any more work for me...
I'd rather not, friend. Just to be on the safe side. Take care. I wish you a blessed evening.
Greetings.
Ya, serkapan bisa di sini nggak ya? Bisa jadi nggak sih? Ini tempat mandi.
Hey, innkeeper! That beer!
Greetings. What do you want?
The bath maids in a military camp must be on their toes all the time, eh?
You can say that again. My girls don't even get a moment's rest all day long. Sometimes I have to drive those randy blokes off with a broom so they can eat and drink in peace.
Could you use some more bath maids?
Could I ever? But very few of them stay here for long. This is no place for a young girl. Lugging buckets of water, day in and day out, scrubbing the men's raw backsides, and front sides for that matter, listening to them yammer on. And the worst thing is, when they come back from a battle...
Oh, aye. The blood and wounds aren't a pretty sight.
A woman sees more blood in her lifetime. Because they're out of control. And when they lose, those who survived take